Alrighty, y'all. Hello. I hope your weekend was awesome. And we're going to be starting off the week here with some fun stuff. We're taking a look at popular songs from German artists. I think these are mostly newer age. Now, we've taken a look at similar things in the past. I think it was 90s specifically. Very recently, kind of European hits throughout the decades. But that, of course, was dealing with other countries. This was suggested along with some other awesome videos in an email from Christopher, so I really appreciate that. I've been vibing to a lot of kind of different, out there music lately in my own time, and so these videos are perfect. I'm really loving it right now. This is from Current Charts. Be linked to the description down below so you can check out this whole video uninterrupted and definitely browse their channel. Let's get straight into these popular German artist songs. Wir, Best of Us. I don't know if I've heard that. Oh, no way. Yo, let's go. Dude, I listened to Robin Schulz. I hope that's how you say it. This song, it's actually part of it's usually grouped together in three songs. Like Robin Schulz, the movie is what it is on YouTube. Really cool, trio of songs that's usually played together. And it's like a mini movie, the music video. It's really cool. Yeah, my family, my wife and I, we listen to this guy all the time. His music is freaking awesome. I didn't know he was German until a year ago. So I did actually know now that he's German. Before this video, but yeah, I'm glad to see him on here. He is freaking awesome, dude. I love his music. Tons of great collabs, and that's really cool. My wife had no idea he was German either. I think that's really cool because a lot of his songs are in English, to be fair. This one was cool too. I don't know this one, of course, but it would be cool to hear some of these songs speaking, or rather saying in German. That's fun. I'm gonna have to look some of these up, the full versions later on my own time, because hearing songs in different languages, I think, is extremely educational, and I think it's very fun. Okay, kind of sounds familiar. I don't know that one. Okay, so those three I wouldn't have guessed were German. That's cool. This one I would have if I would have heard it. This is cool. That's awesome. I mean, it sounds German. This I didn't know till a couple weeks ago. I was in another video. So what kind of sucks about the US is you will hear a lot of international artists, as I come to find out, usually years later. But, of course, they pretty much only play songs that are in English, right? There's maybe a few viral songs in the US that are in Spanish. But it's English, maybe a little bit of Spanish, right? Well, a lot of these German songs that are actually sang in German, right? There's a lot of famous German artists here. If it's, the songs pop off here and it's in English. But I wish they played more songs, or at least it was easier to find stations that played songs in different languages, right? So obviously I can go out and find this on my own on the internet. But in the car and stuff where you listen to a lot of music, right? Or at least I do. That's not something you would typically hear. It's a little harder to find stations that would play tons and tons of songs in different languages. So it's one of those things, I feel like we miss out on a lot of good music just because it's not, in a certain language, which sucks. But luckily you can look this stuff up and learn about it. Love it. That's German? I know this one. It's really cool hearing German. Like I've heard it in plenty of videos at this point, spoken, but hearing it, in melodic singing is a whole different experience. I think it's actually kind of cool. It's also good for, I'm on a language kick where I want to start learning, basics of different languages. And I think this is a great way, actually. Hearing it spoken, of course, but then hearing it, in a song as well. It's kind of cool. That sounds cool. Wow, I don't know that one, but I feel like that would be popular everywhere. That sounds like a really catchy song.
Herz über Kopf. An guten Tagen gibt the wind.
Oh yeah, dude. Legend.
We can bring it on the floor.
This is German? I've heard this. Where have I heard this? I've heard this maybe on YouTube or like when it autoplays songs. Sometimes we turn on YouTube like music on the TV when we're like cleaning the house. I think this came on by itself before. I don't think I've heard this on the radio per se.
Never danced like this.
But I remember that visual. I didn't know that was German. Wow. This is amazing. Yeah. Love that Crown Vic. If you know, you know. If you're a regular on my channel. Yes, I own an ex-police car in real life, a Crown Vic like this. Love them. So this is a cool music video for obvious reasons. But yeah, an awesome song as well. Oh yeah. I just learned about them. Dude, what a coincidence. We've been listening to them literally only for like a month. For some reason, even though I love like 80s music, I haven't heard a lot of them or maybe ever. And so I've been really getting into Modern Talking and found out they were German. Didn't know that upon initial hearing them either. Freaking cool, dude. Ed? I've been listening to Zed for years. I guess I never looked up where he's from. I figured he was European. Yeah, great song. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah. This is in the video from earlier this year. I had no idea for 2 decades that this was German. Dude. I mean, yeah, this one's pretty easy. I feel like if you don't know that Rammstein is German, you just might live under a rock, One's a little easier. Now, on the contrary, this one I think everyone's heard. This is a very famous song. But yeah, maybe not so obvious. I wouldn't have never guessed that this was German. As a German, I didn't know half of the songs are by German artists. So a lot of those songs, I wouldn't say a lot. I'd say maybe a little less than half of those songs I actually didn't know, period. Even some of the English-speaking songs. So that's always fun to discover new stuff. I'll definitely have to look into these, longer, listen to the full songs. And as I said earlier, especially the German ones, I just love hearing songs in different languages. I think it's really fun and really eye-opening. But yeah, it's kind of cool that some of those, a couple of them might have been more obvious, oh yeah, that's definitely German. I love that song. That's cool. And then I think part of the reason these are fun is because a lot of them, at least from my perspective, are what? Everyone loves that song. I had no idea that was German, right? I think that's part of the fun. Definitely makes me feel better that some Germans didn't even know some of these as well. I think that could be said with any artist from any country. Sometimes it's not so obvious. I didn't think there would be so many German language songs. I mean, yeah, I liked how they were mixed in there quite a bit. I know it's somewhat common to have some viral songs from any country be in English because I assume they would do that because it's a big market. If you want English is spoken throughout the world to a pretty big degree, So I get why some, hit songs, no matter where they're from, would be in English. Of course, I always like hearing songs in, home languages from wherever the artist is from. I think that only makes sense. The German radio. If that's like the typical German radio, sign me up. Video has German title. Comment says comment section is now the property of the Federal Republic of Germany. I was looking for this comment because I remember when I found this out earlier in the year after hearing this song so many times. I was completely mind blown. Like, I could not comprehend that some songs were from certain places, right? Lou Bega, one of them, right? I did not know he was German. I would have never guessed. I ignorantly thought, oh, he's probably American, right? Or somewhere around North America. But, I remember I looked it up on the video. He was born and raised in Munich. He is definitely German. I think that's so cool. My only complaint with that was it was a little short. So we will definitely have to revisit this again, hopefully with some more content. But I was told this was a great one to look at, and that's what we did. So I appreciate y'all watching. This is, these are great videos for comments as well. Which of these are some of your favorites? And of course, always tell me what's missing from these lists as well. I appreciate you watching. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.